Chapter 3: How to Feed the People of the Earth. I am so sorry. Although it was not the first time she had seen it, Ꭲ⋅ᎪNN was still quite frightened when she saw the beautiful man turned into a pool of melancholy blue water stains, dripping down the chair. This alien friend is good at everything. He is polite and reasonable. He knows his mistakes and can correct them. He is also very good at speaking. There is only one thing. When he is depressed, he likes to become a prototype and soften into a pool to express his feelings. Every time from a good person to a puddle of water, there is a unique atmosphere in horror movies. No one wants this kind of thing to happen. You don't have to apologize all the time. Ꭲ⋅ᎪNN raised her foot to comfort him when she saw that the water stain had spread to her feet. The flowing blue water reunited and sat up in a human form, showing her a beautiful smile with a little embarrassment. I'm not used to this. So I can't help it. You don't have to keep it like this. Ꭲ⋅ᎪNN thinks that maybe he is better in the shape of water polo because his appearance always makes her forget that he is an alien, and facing his overly good-looking face, her heart beats slightly. Sometimes there will be some involuntary beating fast. This is not a good sign. She never thought of a cross-planet alien love. Smiled, his eyes looked serious and gentle. It's my fault that you can't go home and see your companions. I can make you feel a little more comforted by my appearance. Don't worry. Is a very gentlemanly alien. I don't know if aliens have so-called noble education. Ꭲ⋅ᎪNN deeply feels that he must be well educated. He has been trying to comfort her since realizing his mistake, and he wants to take care of her. Although this care, because the species is different, will always lead to not getting the desired results. For example, now, because it is time to eat, what is placed in front of Ꭲ⋅ᎪNN is a plate of something as hard as a stone. Pulled out the chair for her, gave her a beautiful spoon, and introduced it intimately. This is the famous food of our W star. It grows in the depths of the suffocating sea and cannot be picked normally. It tastes very good. Ꭲ⋅ᎪNN tentatively scooped one and stuffed it into his mouth. For 5 minutes, she couldn't grind off a corner of the small stone. She didn't taste anything and finally had to spit it out. Looking at the other side again, has finished his plate. What's the matter, don't you like the smell? I can't bite. Was stunned for a moment. He thought about it, found a clean handkerchief and wiped his hands, then brought Ꭲ⋅ᎪNN's plate of pebbles, and crushed them all into powder with one finger. God knows how his prototype is as soft as water. How can he have the strength to crush stones with his bare hands? He thoughtfully put a plate of ashes crushed from stones back in front of Ꭲ⋅ᎪNN and smiled sincerely at her. It should be fine now. Ꭲ⋅ᎪNN. She doesn't think this is the main problem. Unable to refuse his kindness, Ꭲ⋅ᎪNN took a mouthful of limestone and swallowed the inhumane food with difficulty. She said, I think it's a matter of different species leading to different recipes. It turns out that, because we can eat food from any creature, we didn't take this into consideration. Suddenly realized and showed an apologetic expression again. Ꭲ⋅ᎪNN's heart tightened, and sure enough, the beautiful man has become a pool of blue water on the ground. Ꭲ⋅ᎪN had been hungry for a day, and after a good night's sleep, she felt a little out of spirits. Gave her his bed to sleep in. The soft bed of unknown material was very comfortable, but it was uncomfortable to starve. Ꭲ⋅ᎪN walked out of the room and saw through the transparent UFO wall that the vast universe outside did not seem to have changed. Didn't know where to go, and everything was empty. Ꭲ⋅ᎪN turned around to look for him and suddenly felt soft under her feet. Looking down, she found that she was stepping on a pool of water stains that had turned dark blue. Yesterday it was still light blue. Why did it become dark blue today? Ꭲ⋅ᎪN already knew that would change color because of his mood. Blue represents sadness, and the darker color, the more sadness. What's wrong with you? Even if she stepped on her foot, there was no sign of recovery. Ren-Xingxiu squatted down and poked the soft pool with her hand. It felt good. She took advantage of this opportunity to touch it a few times more calmly. Sorry, I can't find any food you can eat. Kay's somber voice sounded. Is it because of her? She wasn't in such a hurry herself, but he was even more in a hurry than her. Are you going to die? Kay suddenly turned into a human mimic, with a beautiful face very close to Ren-Xingxiu. Ren-Xingxiu was stunned by his worried eyes, and after a while, she turned her head uncomfortably and said, no. Kai was not comforted by her. He raised his hand and put it in front of Ren-Xingxiu, and said in a tone that was not a joke, otherwise, try to eat me, don't worry, as long as we have a heart, we can still grow back. No thanks. End of chapter 3.